How is this the only shade? It's crazy. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking new makeup. We're talking the new makeup I have on my face today. I would love to know down below what new makeup products you want me to talk about, what videos you want to see, kind of wrapping up the end of the year as we're hitting holiday season. Let me know down below because I love to hear from you guys. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into this full face of new makeup. New makeup, let's jump right in. I'm excited. So first things first, we have this from Naked Sundays. This is their tinted sunscreen. It's their peptide tinted sunscreen, and it is an SPF of 50, which is the same as the Cabana Glow. Wait, is it? I could be just making stuff up. No, it is an SPF of 50, and I had a really hard time picking a shade, and I should have gone with not the one I went with. But you know, I kept testing it out because I really wanted to be able to review this for you guys. And this is the shade I got. I got the shade 6, and I'm not going to lie. It is giving carrot. Like, you'll see. It's slightly carroty. That is the shade of a carrot. Let me just show you. So this is the shade. It is giving Oompa Loompa, if you will. It's very orange. On days where I didn't want to look like a carrot, I did go out looking like a carrot. I did mix it with the LA Girl, their color correcting stuff. But I want to show you guys, I look crazy with the shade, I will say. But we're just going to blend with our fingers. This is it blended out, and I will say once it's kind of blended out, it's not quite as orange traumatizing, but it still is kind of orange. And I will say it looks a little bit more orange in real life than it does in the monitor right now, but it's not bad. I can make it work. Overall, I do enjoy this product. It has nice protection against the sun. It has a little bit of coverage, but it's not over the top. It wears really nicely throughout the day. Overall, I am a big fan of this. However, if I had to pick between this one that I'm wearing and the Cabana Glow, I'm going Cabana Glow every single time, because not just the tone is not giving Oompa Loompa, but also the Cabana Glow almost gives me, you know, this is gonna sound crazy, but you know when you put on those pantyhose that have like almost like a sheen to them that kind of gives you a really perfected looking leg. I don't know if that makes sense. It kind of gives me that vibe on my skin, which I love. Overall, this is a nice product, but if I had to pick again, I would go Cabana Glow, but it's really nice, and I think there are people that would really enjoy this. I want to move on to concealer, so I'm going to put on this one from Live Tinted. This is the shade 16. Is it 16? Yeah, and this is way more neutral, so I feel like it's going to do a good job of kind of balancing out the craziness that we have. And I'm going to put a little bit here too, just because we need to kind of tone down the orangeness, if you will. And I'm going to blend this out with this brush here. This is a concealer brush from Hourglass, and I'm just going to blend her out. We are concealed. Now we're going to go on with a little bit of bronzer before we go on with our new blush. And I'm going to do the Westman Atelier bronzer in the shade Truffle. Now we're going to go on with our new blush, and our new blush is this from Naked Sundays, their Cabana Glow blush. Now, I was really excited to try this out. I will say, I hope they come out with more shades because this is a very light shade. I just want to show you the shade. And that's their only shade, which is a little bit cray to me because we need some more shades. I can definitely make it work, but we definitely need some more shades because how is this the only shade? It's crazy, but I do really like it. It has that like really nice finish and ease of use of product that the original Cabana Glow has, which is nice. Now I'm gonna dip a brush into it. I'm gonna use this brush here, and I'm just gonna dip in. I'm gonna try not get too much of the product. I don't know if you can see, but it has a nice sheen, so I don't take too much of the product, and I'm going to just apply. Now this, because it's so light, I do need to kind of build it up a little bit, but I can make it work. I just need to do a couple of layers with it, because if not, I don't really get that much pigmentation. What do you think of the blush? Let me know down below. It's definitely a little bit more on the glowy side than I feel like the Cabana Glow that I wear all over my face. I'm sitting so weird. The Cabana Glow that I wear all over my face, I feel like it has a little bit more glow to it, but it's really, really pretty. But one shade is criminal behavior. Absolutely not. Like, we need more shades. But beyond that, I do like the way it wears. I like the sheen that it gives a really healthy glow. But again, we gotta expand our shade range. It's a little bananas that this is the only thing, because it's very light. It's very light. What do you guys think of the shade? It does kind of remind me of NARS Orgasm. Again, I just feel like it's a little less pink than NARS Orgasm, but I do really like the glow that it gives to the face. Now, I want to set this with powder, but before I do that, I'm going to go on with my eye. Onto my eye, and let this kind of settle in. So I'm going to take this bronzer from that we applied from Westman Atelier, and I'm going to apply it all over my lid. Then I'm also going to take a little bit and put it on my lower lash line. Now I want to add a little bit more glow to the eye, so we're going to take this Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeshadow. I think it's called a lid luster in the shade Tea Rose. I love this. I'm just going to put it all over her lid. I just love this eyeshadow. I feel like it doesn't come across as amazing on camera as it looks in person. It looks incredible in person. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. Now I want to take this palette, the Gold Lust palette from Rowan, and I'm going to take the light shade here, and I'm just going to put it in my inner corner. Next up, we have an eyeliner from Pacifica. They actually sent me this, and this is their vegan, what's the full name? I believe it's their vegan waterproof eyeliner. This is the shade. This is the black shade. And I'm going to apply a little bit on my lid. Right, it's applied. Now, what I will say about this eyeliner is it's not one I can wear in any waterline. I can't tightline with it, and I can't put it in my waterline because it smudges on me and it doesn't really dry down. This isn't a formula I would grab unless I was only wearing it on my lid for me personally, because it does run on me. And I know it's meant to be waterproof, and I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm just too weepy or something. Like I have allergies. My eyes are always kind of tearing up. For this formula, I feel like you can't really have runny eyes. For me, it definitely moves a little bit, and by the end of the day, when I did tightline or wear it in my waterline, I was looking like a raccoon. So for me, this formula isn't great just because I don't think it works with my eyelid and also how runny my eyes get. I will be honest, I feel like it doesn't dry down enough. It is almost like a little too thick. Like if it was a little bit thinner, I think it would be, I don't know how to explain it. It almost has like a tackiness to it when it dries, like when it's dried down. It still has a little bit of a tackiness to it. So it doesn't really work for waterproofness if you have oily lids or weepy eyes or anything like that. I feel like it isn't quite dry down. It doesn't quite dry down enough, if that makes sense. And it is a little bit thick. So you have almost like a tackiness when you touch it. I don't know how to explain it, but see, I just touched it and it does have like it does kind of move on me. I'm sure that on some people that don't have weepy eyes, this actually would work really well. It's nice and creamy, and it glides really nice, which is something I really like about this pencil, is the way that it glides on the eyelid. It's just not a formula that works for my eyes personally, but I feel like it's definitely one that would work for some people, just not people with like oily lids. I feel like it's absolutely no. And also if you tear up or if it's windy out, this formula is not really going to work because it does move around, and at least in my experience, it's not waterproof. But I do enjoy the way that it glides and it doesn't like tug. So that is a really nice thing about this formula. Anyways, now we have a new mascara, and it is also from Pacifica, and they also sent me this. And this is their Surfs Up, or is it called? Nope. Surfs Up is not the name. It's called Surf Lash. Close enough. So this is their Surf Lash, and this is also kind of meant to be a water-resistant formula. And the wand on this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let me show you. So this is the mascara, and look at that wand. Have you seen anything like that before? Let me know down below, because I think this is bananas. This is the craziest looking wand I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. So the wand, I will say, I'm going to do 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. The wand definitely takes a little getting used to because it's not kind of like your standard wand shape. So that is something that took me a little bit. I'm going to apply 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. I don't know if I said that, so I'm going to do 1 coat and then show you, and then we're going to go on to a second. All right, so that's 1 coat on either eye. What do you think? I'm going to dip back in, and a lot, can you see that the tip, a lot of product collects there, so just clean that off, because if not, it gets all over your face. Because, well, no, not your face. It gets all over my face. You're probably a lot better at applying mascara than me, but it does get all over my lid if I'm not careful. That's 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. What do you guys think? Do you like the way that it makes my lashes look? So I actually really enjoy the way that this makes my lashes look, and once I kind of figured out the wand, and I kind of got, like, I'm able to get the angle correct with the application. After like 2 applications, I got the hang of it. It is actually really easy to apply. I think I was just overcomplicating it in my mind. But what I will say about this is kind of like the eyeliner, but not in the same thickness of formula. I do get some running with this. It's not a lot, but I do get some running with this. So if you're someone who struggles with just mascara kind of running, this might not work for you. But I tend to be someone that has so many mascaras run on me. I know a lot of people don't have that problem, but what I also will say is, and this isn't a negative, but you need to work quickly with the formula. Don't take too long in between coats, because it does start to dry down, and then if you let it dry down too much, then the second coat just kind of clumps up. I do really enjoy the way that it makes my lashes look. I feel like it's a nice formula for a more like chill, relaxed day. And I feel like these lashes don't really clump unless you take too long in between coats, and then it's going to be clump central. But I feel like that's with most mascaras. Just work within the allotted time that the mascara kind of lets you before it dries down too much. But I do feel like besides all those things, I do get some running with this. So this might not be for everyone if you have weepy eyes, which I feel like is probably the issue, is that I have weepy eyes. It does say it's water resistant, but I feel like it's not really behaving as a water resistant, because if I wear a different waterproof or water resistant mascara, I don't normally get running. So that's just something to know if you do have weepy eyes or oily lids or under eyes, that this formula might not work for you. But it definitely holds onto your lashes. So it's not the easiest formula to remove, in my opinion. You need to remove this with like a like cleansing balm or something like that, because it really does hold onto your lashes. It's very interesting. And I feel like the reason that also I get a little bit of running is when I don't clean off this wand properly, we get running. On days that I clean it off really well and I make sure to scrape off the excess, I don't really have to worry about a ton of running. I might just get a little bit here, but that happens with, I have to be honest, like most mascaras for me. So if you clean off the wand, you might not have that running issue, because it really does hold on to your lashes. Like, she hold on tight, and you need a cleansing balm, in my opinion, to remove this one. So overall, in terms of waterproof, water-resistant mascara, this isn't necessarily my favorite, just because for me and my weepy eyes, these two formulas just don't really gel with my type of eye, but I do think it would work for some people, and I do think the lashes look absolutely beautiful. Let me know what you think about the lashes. Let me know if you've tried either of those products, and let me know what your thoughts are down below. Now I want to move on to a blush before we move on to the lips, and I'm going to put on a powder blush on top of the blush I currently have. Oh, here, we'll go with this brush here. I'm going to go with this end, dip into this. This is from Bare Minerals. This is their bronzer in the shade Kiss of Pink, or is it Kiss of Pink? Yeah, it's Kiss of Pink, and I'm just going to apply it on top of the blush. Okay, added a little bit of additional blush. I didn't want to go too heavy. I can't really tell if it looks too heavy, but that's all right. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to a new lip. And, oh, I feel like I should have sharpened this. We have a new lip oil from Cole. This is their shade Happiness, or Happy, and I have this lip liner. This is a brown lip liner this is Cognac from Beauty. We're gonna apply this. Oh my gosh, this is like scraping my lip. And then we're gonna apply this shade, which is so beautiful. You have to let me know what you think of it. I've been really liking this. I love Cole lip oils. Just love this lip oil. This formula is amazing. I've talked about it a million times, so I'm not going to gab on. But yeah, this is the final look. I would love to know down below, have you tried any of these products? If you have, what are your thoughts down below? I would love to know your thoughts on the shade range for the Naked Sundays, their tinted sunscreen, because I feel like when I looked, it all kind of looked a little bit orange, but I could be wrong, and it could just be my eyes playing tricks on me, and also the fact that the shade 6 is literally a carrot on me. So there's that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.